My name is Stan Harder, and I am the Lander District Wildlife Biologist. In this presentation, I will review the proposed 2024 hunting seasons in the Lander and Jeffrey City areas. This presentation will include proposed hunting seasons for antelope hunt areas 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 74, 106, and 107, as well as deer hunt areas 92, 94, 96, 97, and 160, elk hunt areas 24, 25, 27, 28, 99, and 128, and finally, moose hunt areas 2 and 30. We will start with pronghorn, or antelope as they are called in our regulations. The Beaver Rim Antelope Herd Unit consists of 7 hunt areas stretching east of Lander and Riverton to the south side of the Rattlesnake Hills in the Casper region. This herd unit suffered heavy losses in the 2022 to 2023 winter due to exceptionally deep snow and long periods of severe cold. With the cuts made to Type 1 license numbers in 2023, success rates remain near the long-term average. Fawn production dropped to 42 fawns per 100 does in 2023, the lowest ratio since 1994, and the herd is currently 23% below objective of 25,000 antelope. This is a special management herd intended to maintain a higher ratio of adult bucks. The buck-to-doe ratio of 46 bucks per 100 does was the lowest ratio since 2013 and has been declining since a high ratio of 63 bucks per 100 does in 2017, and is well below this range for special management. The 2024 hunting seasons remain conservative with no change in Type 1 license numbers, with the expectation that following the winter of 2022 to 2023, it will take some time for this herd unit to replace the adult bucks harvested each year, for the buck-to-doe ratios to increase toward the special management range, and for the population to grow toward objective. An increase to 50 Type 7 licenses in hunt area 65 is warranted to continue addressing localized damage concerns there. Dates will change so that the opening date for the regular season matches the traditional opening day of the third Saturday in September in 6 of the 7 hunt areas. We also have 2 antelope hunt areas in the Lander Wildlife Biologist District that are not part of the Beaver Rim Herd Unit. Hunt Area 64 is part of the Red Desert Herd Unit managed out of the Rawlins Wildlife Biologist District. Similar to the Beaver Rim Herd Unit, no changes to Type 1 license numbers are being made, with season dates adjusted so the opening date matches the traditional opening day of the third Saturday in September. Please consult the Rawlins season presentation for more details about the Red Desert Herd Unit. Also in the Lander Wildlife Biologist District is Antelope Hunt Area 107, which is a small part of the sublet herd unit, which is in the Green River and Pinedale regions. The sublet herd unit is slightly below 50% of its objective, and no changes are being proposed for Hunt Area 107 for the 2024 season. Please consult the Green River season presentation for more details about the sublet herd unit. The Southwind River mule deer herd consists of hunt areas 92, 94, and 160 at the southern end of the Wind River Mountains, near Lander. This herd unit suffered major losses during the winter of 2022 and 2023 and has been plagued by drought periodically over the last 3 decades. The population of 5,375 mule deer now is 51% below the objective of 11,000 mule deer. Fawn production dropped to 51 fawns per 100 does in 2023, which is the lowest since 2002 and the third lowest in the last 30 years. This is a recreational management herd intended to maintain buck-to-doe ratios between 20 and 29 bucks per 100 does, with reduced fawn survival and yearling buck recruitment in 2023, the total buck doe ratio dropped 25% to a total ratio of 24 bucks per 100 does in 2023. Yearling buck ratio dropped 53% to 8 yearling males per 100 females in 2023, and the adult buck ratio increased slightly to 16 adult bucks per 100 does. The 2023 season resulted in the lowest number of hunters and the second lowest harvest since 1994, with 176 mule deer bucks harvested. The 2023 season reduced hunter numbers and mule deer buck harvest as desired. However, with the 2023 postseason abundance estimate being less than half of the objective and with projected continued declines, the 2024 season features no changes to prevent overharvesting mule deer bucks with respect to the overall population levels. For 2024, the non-resident region L quota is reduced to 200 in response to declining deer numbers. White-tailed deer persist in agriculturally based areas around Lander, primarily in hunt areas 92 and 160, and appear to have declined after the winter of 22 to 23. Only 63% of the Type 8 licenses sold last year were used, indicating some white-tailed deer hunters are having difficulty getting access to hunt on private lands where the majority of the whitetails occur. Given these circumstances, a minor reduction in the Type 8 license numbers for doe and fawn white-tailed deer is warranted. The Sweetwater Mule Deer Herd Unit is near Jeffrey City, with summer ranges primarily on Green Mountain and Crooks Mountain in Hunt Area 96, and winter ranges mostly along the Sweetwater River and Sweetwater Rocks in Hunt Area 97. Similar to the Southwind River Herd Unit, this herd suffered major losses during the 2022 to 2023 winter and has been plagued also by drought periodically over the last 3 decades. The current population of 2,641 mule deer is now 41% below the objective of 4,500 and declining. Fawn production dropped to 51 fawns per 100 does in 2023, which was the lowest since 2002 and the second lowest in the last 30 years. This also is a recreational management herd intended to maintain buck to doe ratios between 20 and 29 bucks per 100 does. With the reduced fawn survival and yearling buck recruitment in 2023 and following the low buck harvest, the total buck to doe ratio rose slightly to 23 bucks per 100 fawn or 100 does, with a drop in the yearling buck ratio to 9 yearling bucks per 100 does and an increase in the adult buck ratio slightly to 15 adult bucks per 100 does. During the 2023 hunting season, hunter participation was the lowest since 1994, with 317 hunters harvesting 61 mule deer bucks, which was also the lowest since 1994. Hunter success was the lowest in 20 years, coupled with the highest number of days to harvest in the same time span. The 2023 season reduced hunter numbers and mule deer buck harvest as desired. However, with the 2023 postseason abundance estimate being 41% below objective and projected declines, the 2024 season remains at 6 days in length, and the limitation of antlered mule deer 4 points or more on either antler or any white-tailed deer to prevent over-harvesting mule deer bucks with respect to the overall population levels. The non-resident Region E quota will remain at 75 for the 24 season to keep non-resident hunter presence at near 20%. White-tailed deer numbers seem considerably lower than in previous years, especially following the winter of 2022 to 2023. With white-tailed deer numbers being very low, we are eliminating Type 3 and Type 8 licenses in Hunt Area 97 for the 24 season. General licensed deer hunters will still be allowed to harvest any white-tailed deer. The South Wind River elk herd unit consists of hunt areas 25, 27, 28, and 99 at the southern end of the Wind River Mountains and extending into the northern end of the Red Desert. Severe winters that heavily impact antelope and deer populations rarely affect elk survival where they winter in open habitats, and any windswept ridge can provide forage. The herd unit has a midwinter trend count objective of 2,600 elk. This current winter's trend count produced a total of 2,486 elk, with a 3-year average trend count of 2,882 elk, being 11% above objective, but well within the objective range of plus or minus 20%. Snow conditions were much less than a year ago, yet most elk were found well away from forested habitats. The ratio of 35 calves per 100 cows for the herd unit was equal to the 30-year average, and the ratio of 28 bulls per 100 cows, while 30% lower than in 2022, is still above the long-term average. Overall elk harvest in 2023 was the second highest since 1994, with 882 elk being harvested, including 60 elk taken with the Chapter 34 auxiliary licenses near Lander from December 2023 through March 1st, 2024. Recent changes made to increase antlerless elk harvest have continued to work well again in 2023, despite a fairly mild open hunting season that had one significant snow event on October 12th that quickly melted in most low elevations. However, with most trend counts being above objective and average calf recruitment, additional female harvest is needed to limit growth and move toward objective. With a good bull to cow ratio and hunter success above 60%, we are increasing the quota for the Area 25 Type 1 and Type 4 licenses to increase opportunity. No other changes are proposed for 2024. The seasons outlined here and future use of Chapter 34 auxiliary licenses in midwinter should increase antlerless elk harvest again in 2024 and help curtail population growth and move this herd toward objective. The Green Mountain elk herd unit consists of hunt areas 24 and 128 surrounding Jeffrey City, with most resident elk found on Green Mountain and Crooks Mountain in Area 24. Severe winters that impact antelope and deer populations rarely affect elk survival where they winter, especially here in open habitats and in any windswept ridge can provide forage. This herd unit has a midwinter trend count objective of 500 elk. This winter's trend count and classification survey flown in January produced a count of 694 elk, with only 36 bulls found in Area 128, with the remainder found in Area 24. The latest 3-year trend count average of 593 elk is 19% above objective and just within the objective range of plus or minus 20%. Snow conditions were much less than a year ago, yet most elk were found well away from forested habitats, except for probably missed a few bull groups that are in the higher timbered areas. In 2023, there were 24 calves per 100 cows, which is 41% below the average observed since 1994. The herd unit total ratio of 24 bulls per 100 cows was 25% below the average of 32 bulls per 100 cows since 1994. The bull to cow ratio for hunt area 24 was only 17 bulls per 100 cows, which is 45% below the long-term average, and with the ratio of branch antlered bulls only 8 per 100 cows, which is 75% below the long-term average. Again, probably missing some of those bulls that would have been up in higher forested areas. The total harvest for the herd unit increased to 315 elk in 2023, which is the third highest since 1994. And 202 of those elk were harvested in hunt area 24, with 113 elk taken in 128, which is a 92% increase over the 2022 harvest and included the highest antlerless harvest with general licenses in 20 years. With past experience that increases in license numbers negatively affects harvest success and hunter satisfaction, along with the hunter crowding concerns we heard in 2023 and a 66% drop in the adult bulls classified in Area 24, no changes recommended to the Type 1 license numbers in Hunt Area 24 for this coming year. In response to concerns raised about hunter crowding and elk leaving Hunt Area 24 during the 2023 season, we're removing the antlerless portion in November for Hunt Area 24 Type 1 and Type 4 hunters. We anticipate this will increase harvest success and hunter satisfaction for those with a Type 5 license. The Lander Moose Herd Unit consists of Hunt Areas 2 and 30 at the southern end of the Wind River Mountains. Hunting seasons were separate in these hunt areas until 2016. Beginning in 2017, the hunting season structure was changed with reduction in license numbers and allowing hunters to hunt in both hunt areas 2 and 30 due to the concerns about the population status. Since then, our trend counts have generally increased, with a record high trend count in January 2023. Our count this year was much lower, but due to the winter snow conditions being much more open and not forcing moose out of heavier cover, we don't believe the population has really decreased. Classification data revealed ratios of 43 calves per 100 cows and 59 bulls per 100 cows. These were also declines from the previous classification and trend count, but are very close to the 20-year averages. Hunter success in 2023 was 100%, combined with higher average age and antler size and fewer days per animal harvested. Since those harvest statistics improved as hoped, a modest increase from 7 to 10 licenses is proposed in 2024. Type 1 moose hunts are now once in a lifetime in Wyoming, so we are being conservative to provide those hunters the best opportunity for a quality hunt. If you have questions about any of these season proposals, please call any of the personnel listed here. If we can't answer your question, we should be able to direct you to someone who can. Or you can attend any of these public meetings to hear more about these season proposals within the Lander region. And last but not least, we want to hear your comments or suggestions on these proposed hunting seasons, either online or mailed to the address shown here. All comments received will be passed on to each Game and Fish Commissioner before they act on these proposals at their meeting in Riverton on April 16th and 17th. To be included, all comments must be received by 5 p.m. on April 2nd.